Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today we have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and for more tech insights, stay safe online cyber network. In today's digital landscape, data is king. The sheer volume of information generated and stored every second is staggering, and its importance cannot be overstated. Organizations and individuals alike rely heavily on databases to store and manage sensitive information. These databases are the backbone of modern business operations, holding everything from customer details to proprietary business data. From personal details to financial records, the value of this data makes databases prime targets for cyber criminals. Hackers are constantly on the lookout for vulnerabilities they can exploit to gain unauthorized access. Understanding the methods employed by hackers is crucial for individuals and organizations seeking to protect their valuable information. This knowledge allows for the implementation of effective security measures and the development of robust defense strategies. It is important to state that the information presented in this essay is for educational purposes only. Our goal is to inform and educate, not to encourage any illegal activities. It is illegal and unethical to engage in any form of hacking without proper authorization. Unauthorized access to databases can lead to severe legal consequences and damage to one's reputation. This essay will delve into the world of database hacking, exploring common techniques used by malicious actors to gain unauthorized access to sensitive information. We will cover methods such as SQL injection, phishing, and malware attacks. We will discuss the motivations behind these attacks and examine real-world examples of database breaches and their impact. Understanding the reasons behind these attacks can help in developing better preventive measures. Finally, we will equip readers with practical knowledge on safeguarding their databases from such threats. This includes best practices for database security, regular updates, and employee training. Remember, knowledge is the first line of defense in the ongoing battle against cybercrime. Staying informed and vigilant is essential in protecting our digital assets. One of the most prevalent methods hackers use to infiltrate databases is SQL injection, or SQLI. This technique has been around for decades and remains a significant threat due to its simplicity and effectiveness. SQL, or Structured Query Language, is the standard language for managing and querying relational databases. It is widely used in various applications, from small websites to large enterprise systems. It allows users to interact with databases, retrieving, inserting, updating, and deleting data. This interaction is crucial for the functionality of many applications, making SQL a fundamental skill for developers. Hackers exploit vulnerabilities in applications that don't properly sanitize user input. These vulnerabilities often arise from poor coding practices or a lack of security awareness. They inject malicious SQL code into data inputs, tricking the application into executing unauthorized commands. This can be done through various input fields, such as search boxes, login forms, or even URL parameters. Imagine a login form asking for a username and password. This is a common target for SQL injection attacks. A hacker might enter a malicious SQL code snippet into the username field. This code is designed to manipulate the SQL query that the application sends to the database. If the application doesn't validate and sanitize the input, it might treat the malicious code as a legitimate part of the SQL query. This lack of validation is a critical security flaw. This could grant the attacker access to sensitive data, modify existing data, or even execute commands on the database server. The consequences can be severe, including data breaches, data loss, and unauthorized administrative access. SQLI is a powerful technique that can have devastating consequences if successful. Organizations must prioritize securing their applications by implementing proper input validation and other security measures to protect against such attacks. Brute force attacks are a less sophisticated but equally effective method of gaining unauthorized access to databases. This technique involves systematically guessing different username and password combinations until the correct credentials are found. While seemingly straightforward, brute force attacks can be surprisingly effective, especially against databases with weak or easily guessable passwords. Hackers use automated tools that rapidly try thousands or even millions of password combinations per second, increasing their chances of success. The longer the password, and the more complex the combination of characters, the more difficult it is to crack using brute force. This highlights the importance of strong, unique passwords for all database accounts, including administrative ones. Databases, like any software, can have vulnerabilities. These vulnerabilities can be thought of as weak links in a chain, where even a single flaw can compromise the entire system. These vulnerabilities are weaknesses or flaws in the code that hackers can exploit to gain unauthorized access or control. They can be as simple as a coding mistake or as complex as a design flaw. These vulnerabilities can arise from various factors, including coding errors, outdated software, misconfigurations, or inadequate security practices during development or deployment. Even a small oversight can lead to significant security risks. Hackers often use automated tools and scanners to probe systems for known vulnerabilities. These tools can scan thousands of lines of code in seconds, identifying potential weak points. Once a vulnerability is found, they exploit it to gain access to the database. This unauthorized access can lead to data breaches, loss of sensitive information, and significant financial and reputational damage. Zero-day vulnerabilities are particularly dangerous as they are unknown to the software developers and users, leaving systems vulnerable until a patch is released. These vulnerabilities can be exploited by hackers before anyone even knows they exist. Regularly updating database software, applying security patches, and conducting security audits can help mitigate the risk of exploitation. Proactive measures, such as continuous monitoring and employee training, are essential in maintaining a secure database environment. The allure of data. Why hackers target databases. Databases are treasure troves of valuable information, making them attractive targets for cybercriminals. The motivations behind database hacking vary, ranging from financial gain to espionage and even activism. Cybercriminals often target databases to steal sensitive data that can be sold on the black market. This includes credit card information, social security numbers, personal details, and financial records. Hacktivists, on the other hand, might target databases to expose corruption, leak confidential information, or disrupt operations. Understanding the motivations behind these attacks helps organizations implement appropriate security measures to protect their data. Real-world consequences. Examining notable database breaches. History is replete with examples of database breaches that have had significant consequences for individuals, organizations, and even governments. These breaches highlight the importance of robust database security. In 2017, the credit reporting agency Equifax suffered a massive data breach that exposed the personal information of over 147 million people. In 2011, Sony PlayStation Network suffered a major breach that compromised the personal information of over 77 million users. These incidents resulted in significant financial losses, reputational damage, and legal ramifications. They serve as stark reminders of the real-world consequences of inadequate database security. Building a strong defense. Essential database security practices. Protecting databases from unauthorized access requires a multi-layered approach that addresses potential vulnerabilities at various levels. Implementing strong passwords and enforcing regular password changes is crucial. Employing multi-factor authentication adds an extra layer of security, requiring users to provide multiple forms of verification before granting access. Regularly updating database software and applying security patches is essential to mitigate the risk of exploitation. Limiting access to sensitive data based on the principle of least privilege ensures that only authorized personnel have access to the information they need to perform their tasks. Staying ahead of the curve. The importance of continuous vigilance. Database security is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process that requires continuous vigilance. The threat landscape is constantly evolving, with new vulnerabilities and attack methods emerging regularly. Organizations need to stay informed about the latest security threats and best practices. Regularly conducting security audits and penetration testing can help identify vulnerabilities and weaknesses in the system. Implementing robust security monitoring and incident response plans can help detect and respond to attacks in a timely and effective manner. Conclusion: a shared responsibility. Protecting databases from unauthorized access is a shared responsibility that requires a concerted effort from software developers, database administrators, and end users. By understanding the techniques employed by hackers, the motivations behind these attacks, and the importance of implementing strong security measures, individuals and organizations can significantly reduce the risk of becoming victims of database breaches. Remember, a secure digital environment is a collaborative effort. Let's work together to protect our valuable data from unauthorized access. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. We value your feedback. Thanks for watching and learning with us. Cyber Network.